This program on investing under regulation crowdfunding is not investment advice.
Rising with the crowd, power unbound, change makers lead where hope is found. Superpowers for good, shaping the fate. Investors and dreamers open the gate. Supercross stands loud, proud and true, building tomorrow for me and you.
Welcome to the Superpowers for Good show from the Super Crowd. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and I want to welcome all of you to viewing the show today. We've got a great guest, a genuine change maker. You'll have an opportunity to learn how you can support him in his important work and profit from it as well, potentially. Listen, I want to welcome all of our first-time viewers, especially. We're so excited, but we see in the data, we know there are new people watching every single episode, and we're so thrilled. We air our episodes on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we are excited to have you watching the show today. We invite you to come back every Tuesday and Thursday, and I invite you first-timers especially to stick around through the whole episode so you get a sense of the great people we have on the show and the opportunities you have to profit from participating in what they're doing. So stick around. Our guest today is Gary Surdam. He's the CEO and founder of Bright Start EdTech, and it's really a remarkable story, and I'm excited to share it with you. Gary, welcome to the show. We're thrilled to have you.
Thank you, Devin. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be on the show and share the vision of our program and where we're going and what we're doing. We have some incredible opportunities happening and look forward to sharing it with our audience.
Well, thank you very, very much. Why don't you jump into that? What's the vision? What's the plan here?
The vision. Back probably a couple years ago, I was doing a online class with some students in Thailand. And in Thailand, I was teaching a STEAM education course. And I gave them a project, or I gave them a problem, and they were to find a solution. You could see the wheels in their mind turning, but you didn't see really them finding the solution. And then all of a sudden, this young man's face illuminated. It illuminated to the point where within seconds, he gave a solution to the problem. Our program is called Illuminate, and we're looking for those illuminating opportunities for students when we put together technology, emotional intelligence, and personalized learning to provide a learning environment for every student that hits the mark, because we are utilizing AI technology to make sure that every opportunity that we have to teach a lesson to our students is directly targeted to their learning style. And we're excited about that. We've put together a great model, and it's really functioning and doing very well.
It is wonderful to hear about how you're using technology to help more people. Tell us a little bit, if you would, about the market. Who are your customers? Where does the revenue come from?
The customers, well, we have two phases. Phase one is we are connecting parents to children. So much have happened since the pandemic. There are just opportunities have kind of gone by the wayside because parents are dealing with the issues of students falling a little bit behind the below grade level, and trying to find ways to really bring them up and bump them up. We believe that parents are the first and most important teachers in the lives of their children. So our first phase is going to market to our parents, helping parents to be those educational leaders at home, helping them to regain the joys of parenting that they once had, and they're not lost. They just need to be revisited and come back. So that's phase one. So phase one, our market is the parents. Phase two is going to be looking at the school systems. We're going to be developing the personalized learning app that is going to hit the mark for every student, so that their learning will increase and their engagement will be phenomenal. What we're looking at is that in the United States alone, education is at a crisis. Right now, 68% or more students in America are below grade level, are falling behind, and even further because of the issues that are going on in education right now. So we are the answer to the problems that are happening in education. So phase two is going to come into the classrooms and come into the students' lives as a way to help them to be engaged, help them to be successful, and giving them the joys and that illuminate in their mind because it's specifically designed for them.
That is really exciting to think about, and I'm excited to continue learning more. But we are in a crisis in America that's long-standing. It's been percolating for a long time. U.S. education achievement is not competitive with a lot of the developed world. Even some of the countries that are somewhat less developed than the United States have educational achievement better than ours. Scary stuff to think about. We now face an administration that is further cutting funding for education. How do you see your work fitting into an environment where funding is in crisis?
Well, you see, if we go back to the concept of the funds that are getting cut are for those students that need it the most. Those Title I students, those students that don't have the ability to have the access to more education and to have the access to really engage themselves in a learning environment. That's where we need to hit the market. That's where we need to really work on it. And because phase one is going to bring the parents into the arena of really being those successful educational leaders at home, phase one is going to lead us into phase two, where now parents are going to say, okay, I need this for my students. And whether it's going to be through the school system or it's going to be through personal investment, it is going to be able to really address the needs of the students and really help them to be successful in a learning environment.
That is really uh, just vitally important. Let's get into the weeds just a little bit on what the technology does to help students uh, get back on track. What does the software actually do?
I have to tell you, we found a way as a up and coming startup company on how to develop this program with little, if not uh, $0. And so we brought in some talented um, university interns that they know their stuff. They're computer science majors and really either undergrad or overgrad or grad students that are really looking at how do they develop the program. So the program is designed to really meet the needs of our students. It takes their learning style, it takes their level of learning, it takes the engagement of how they engage, and AI puts all of that together and put it together for each individual child. So what I may have as a maybe a 10th grader or a ninth grader is different than my neighbor. It's different than my best friend because they learn in a different way. And so what AI does, it really brings all of that together and really individualizes the learning for our students. We always share with our audience is that one size fits all it's not the way we need to go. It may be something in the past, but we need to individualize every learning opportunity for our students. And so when we understand that, teachers can do it, although it's going to take forever for teachers to take each individual child and really individualize their learning. We do it in a matter of seconds through AI and really individualize their learning style. So that's where AI really comes into view. I have to share with you really quick. 2015, I had this idea, this brainstorm came to me. We did a crowdfunding event. We made all of $95. The thing was, back in 95, we were not, I'm sorry, back in 2015, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 2015, we were not technology at the level we are now. After a lot of hard work and a lot of drawing board kind of ideas, we're at the point now where technology is at the level that we can really make a successful company out of this idea or this concept.
Well, and this is so today, this is so now, and so important on so many levels. Not only the funding crisis and the educational crisis that's been percolating for so long, but we now have the technology that enables it. And I love what you're pointing out, right? That one size fits all doesn't work. Some kids love history, and some kids love science, and some kids love reading, and some kids love math. And some people are a little more visually oriented and some more tactile. And so adapting the educational process to each student has the potential to just completely change the game, doesn't it?
Exactly. And that's what makes us unique, is we really understand that. I have to share with you, I was a struggling reader from the very beginning, back in elementary school. I was almost ashamed because I was a grade below in my spelling. I even covered, I don't know if you remember the Peachy folders. I covered the Peachy used the Peachy folder to cover my my spelling book because it was a year below. I don't want our students to feel that way. When a child is not successful in achieving success in academics, they tend to feel below, and we don't want our children to feel that way. We want our students to feel positive about themselves, positive about their learning abilities, and confident to be able to take this step forward and to work hard.
I remember the Peachies well. It probably dates us a little bit, Gary, but I remember those Peachies and being so proud to have Peachies just like everyone else in class did. And I can only imagine, that, desire to sort of hide what's really going on with your Peachy cover. It's a painful reminder. Listen, folks, Gary, we got to take a quick break. Folks, I'm here today with Gary Surdam. He's the CEO and founder of Bright Start EdTech. It's a great company that's building technology, AI-driven technology, to help accelerate education so that students can get back on track and achieve their full potential. It's exciting, and nothing could be more timely than this today. It's just so exciting to see this technology has the potential to really be a game changer for education. We got to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to Gary about his superpower. So stick around.
Download a free copy of How to Make Money with Impact Crowdfunding, the book Sarah Hanks describes as
a fantastic overview, not just of crowdfunding investing, but of investing in general.
Andrew Savikas raved,
"This book offers unparalleled insights for anyone looking to make a difference."
Scan the QR code to get your copy.
SuperCrowd LA is the premier conference for impact investors, social entrepreneurs, and community builders. Learn from experts who've raised millions, including leaders from Start Engine, Aptera, DNA, and WorldTree, plus a live pitch with top investment opportunities. Can't attend? Watch the live stream on E360 TV. Struggling to raise capital for your business?
Unlock the power of the crowd with AI. My free guide, Crowdfunding Made Simple, walks you through every step to success. Get funded smarter, faster. Scan the QR code now for your free download.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Superpowers for Good show from the Super Crowd. I'm Devin Thorpe, and I am so excited today. We've got Gary Surdam, a change maker extraordinaire who is the CEO and founder of Bright Start EdTech, a great education technology company that's building software, AI-driven, AI-powered software to help kids learn better, faster, stronger. We're going to shift gears now to talk to Gary about his superpower, so stick around. Gary, I love what you're doing. I love what you have accomplished, and I love where you're going. The potential here is extraordinary and exciting. What is your superpower?
It's kind of interesting because it's actually going to be my third book, and the title of it really focuses on um, business business entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneur, it takes a lots of ups and downs, and it takes a lot of hard roll up your sleeve work. The book is going to be called, and what I believe my superpower is called, tenacity. Tenacity, never giving up. I had this vision, and I share with audiences when I go and do keynotes around the world, is I share, never be ashamed to dream big dreams, because what you dream you will become. We want our students to be able to dream big. We want our students to have the confidence, to have the tools to be successful in a global economy. It needs to happen through, and I believe it's happening through what we're developing for the education system and the education field. However, tenacity is the key to it. Never giving up. I had a vision years ago when I was teaching fifth grade in Los Angeles County. When I was teaching high school in Los Angeles County, when I'm working with teachers, future teachers at the university level, we need to believe and we need to work hard to get there. Oftentimes, students tend to maybe give up. And I want to really be the example of tenacity, never giving up. Keep working towards our goal. Keep making a difference. And it may not happen overnight, but it may happen by step, little by little. Just making the difference in a child that maybe, for instance, that child in Thailand that didn't quite get it until all of a sudden it illuminated in his mind and he understood. Giving those illuminating moments for every child so that it takes them a little step further. I get illuminated every time I go and I speak or when I work with students in high school or middle school or university level, when I see the spark in their eye, when I see them really enjoy learning. And it's about enjoying learning and really taking it a step further and having the confidence to to try something different, to having the confidence to find a better way to find solutions.
That's wonderful, wonderful. And boy, there is no superpower more important to success in life and certainly in entrepreneurship than old fashioned tenacity. I love it. I can't wait to read your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gary, your book is obviously going to include some insights in how we can be more tenacious.
Yes.
What would you tell us today about how to become more tenacious?
It's all in the mindset. It's all in your mindset. Waking up in the morning, understanding that it's a new day. Yesterday may have not been as successful as you wanted it to be, but today's a new day. Look at what your goals are. Setting goals and understanding what your goals are for today, what your vision is for the future, and how you want to drive the business, how you want to drive your startup company to be successful in the next month, in the next year, in the next decade. How are you going to make your company successful? But more than that, how are you going to touch lives? How are you going to make a difference in the world because of the little steps you take today? So, like I said, it starts with a mindset. It starts with every morning waking up and remind yourself where you're at, where you're at, and what you're doing. But also, when you go to sleep at night, understanding, let's take a look at what happened today. Find some of the positives that happened. Also, find some of those, maybe, I shared with my parents that it's important to share with students, number one, let's say before they go to sleep, what was their best part of the day? What was your maybe not so good part of the day? And how did you touch someone's life? What did you do to make a difference? And myself, I need to share with my children, this is what the positive I had today. This was maybe not the best or maybe the negative, but this is how I touched the lives of someone. And it's important that our students understand that, and as they grow up in confidence, that they are making a difference in the world because of that mindset they have.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I think it's that tenacity is such a vitally important life skill. And I really appreciate you sharing some insights. And I appreciate you applying that too to entrepreneurship. As you think about your experience and the ways you've been able to develop and deploy your tenacity, what do you think are some of the other fundamentals for building tenacity? Because it's challenging for all of us. I think we all need it, even if it isn't our core strength. We all need more of it. Uh, what can else can you add to this conversation?
One thing that I really strive to do every day is to run the company with my eyes open. As an educator, my heart has always been to help people to be successful. Understanding, well, prior to the eye-opening part, I believe that I trust people. I understand that I believe that people are out for the best for me. Unfortunately, in the business world, not everyone's like that. And so, as an entrepreneur, I need to be aware of that. I need to look for signals that are going to get myself in trouble because of not having the eyes open as an entrepreneur. And so, understanding where we're going, what we're doing, but understanding that there are people sometimes that take advantage of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs like myself, that were just starting in the business, and we're eager to get things going, and you try to do your best that you can. I have this vision, and I one time I want to use it, but at times I want to just like say, okay, no, don't do it. Is going to a keynote address of young entrepreneurs, maybe 1,000 of them, and say, hey, I have this great opportunity for you. I have a billionaire that wants to invest in your company, and they're ready to take it. So let's go, because that's what happens to me. I got the bait, and I got the bait, and it didn't lead me anywhere. And so, having young entrepreneurs understand, we have to work hard at growing the company, but we have to work hard at keeping our eyes open and understanding where we're at, what we're doing, and how to get there. Having a true vision on how to get there, and don't let any obstacles get you in your way.
That's great counsel. Great counsel. We all need to be more tenacious, and I really think we've come away with some great ideas to help us develop that talent, that skill, that superpower. As we wrap up here, tell us more about how people can get in touch with you, how they can find the opportunity to invest in your current crowdfunding campaign on Funding Hope. Uh, Give us a quick rundown.
Our website is illuminate.net, and it's spelled a little different. ILLOOMINATE. We do that because of the vision of those tech companies that are more successful are those companies that have a double O in their name. So that's kind of like a gimmick there. But we are doing a crowdfunding campaign right now that we're looking at raising our funds to be able to take a step further. And get us to the level where we're going to future be able to go through phase 1 and go through phase 2 and really meet the needs of every student and help them to be successful.
Fantastic. Well, Gary, we're so thrilled that you would join us. Thank you very much for taking the time. We wish you every success with not only your crowdfunding campaign, but growing this tremendous business that has the potential to change the world.
Thank you, Devin. I appreciate it.
All righty, let's do some good.